Before credit scores, lending was a personal affair. Your reputation was your creditworthiness. Merchants knew their customers. They extended credit based on personal relationships and trust built over time. A handshake sealed the deal. A man's word was his bond. It was a simpler time for sure. This system worked well in small communities. Everyone knew each other's business, literally. But as the country grew and people became more mobile, this informal system began to break down. It was no longer feasible for everyone to know everyone else. A more formal system for assessing credit risk was needed. Enter the credit bureau. The first credit bureau in the United States was the Mercantile Agency, founded in 1841 by Lewis Tappan. Tappan, a businessman who had been burned by bad debts, saw an opportunity to create a business that would provide information about the creditworthiness of businesses. He understood the need for reliable information in the growing economy. The Mercantile Agency collected information on businesses from a variety of sources, including public records, court filings, and reports from its own network of correspondents. It then compiled this information into credit reports, which it sold to subscribers. The agency's motto was, "Worthy of credit, worthy of confidence." It sought to bring transparency and trust to business transactions. The Mercantile Agency was a success. It quickly expanded its operations across the country. It eventually became known as R.G. Dunn & Company. In 1933, it merged with its main competitor, the Bradstreet Company, to form Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet is still in business today, providing credit reports and other business information services. The late 19th and early 20th centuries saw a dramatic increase in consumer credit. This was fueled by the rise of department stores, mail-order catalogs, and installment plans. As consumer credit became more widespread, the demand for consumer credit information also grew. Local credit bureaus emerged to meet this demand. These bureaus were often small, family-owned businesses. They collected information on consumers from local merchants. The information was compiled into credit reports, which were then sold to local businesses. These reports were often used to determine whether someone was eligible for credit. These early credit bureaus were often criticized for their lack of accuracy and fairness. They often relied on subjective information, such as personal opinions and rumors. This led to errors and discrimination. There was little recourse for consumers who felt they had been unfairly denied credit. Section 4. The 1970 Fair Credit Reporting Act, a turning point. The credit reporting industry underwent a major transformation in 1970 with the passage of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, or FCRA. The FCRA was a landmark piece of legislation that established a number of important consumer protections. The FCRA gave consumers the right to access their credit reports. It also gave them the right to dispute any inaccurate information. The law also placed limits on how credit information could be used. This prevented discrimination and promoted fairness in lending practices. The FCRA was a major victory for consumers. It helped to level the playing field between consumers and credit reporting agencies. The law also paved the way for the development of a more fair and accurate credit reporting system. Section 5, the Big Three: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. The modern credit reporting industry is dominated by three companies: Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. These companies are known as the Big Three credit bureaus. They collect credit information on virtually every adult in the United States. Equifax was founded in 1899 as the retail credit company. TransUnion was founded in 1968 as a holding company for a group of credit bureaus. Experian was founded in 1980 as a spin-off of TRW, a conglomerate with interests in aerospace, automotive, and credit reporting. These companies collect data from a variety of sources. These include lenders, retailers, and public records. They use this data to create credit reports, which they sell to lenders, businesses, and other organizations. Credit reports are used to make a variety of decisions, including whether to approve loans, issue credit cards, and rent apartments. Section 6. The Algorithmic Age of Credit and Its Discontents. Today, the credit reporting industry is at a crossroads. The use of algorithms and big data is transforming the way creditworthiness is assessed. New data points, such as rent and utility payments, are being incorporated into credit scores. This has raised concerns about fairness and accuracy. Critics argue that these new methods are opaque and unaccountable. They worry that they may perpetuate existing biases and inequalities. Others argue that these new methods have the potential to make credit more accessible to underserved populations. The future of credit reporting is uncertain. One thing is certain: the industry will continue to evolve as technology advances and consumer expectations change. As we navigate this new landscape, it is essential to balance innovation with fairness and ensure that credit remains a tool for opportunity, not exclusion.